Morning, noon, and night, and welcome back to the Friday the 13th 10 special. I've been out on the road. Yeah, I didn't quarantine, so you can quarantine. But anyway, we got some things to discuss. There's really no reason for me to put in a scary voice or all of the hieroglyphics or anything. I got all the equipment over there getting ready to do it. I'm gonna start taking some breaks. Yeah, it sounds nice every time I think of them breaks. But anyway, this is just to put some things on your mind because I think the best way to scare you is to show you the things that are right around you. Is that right, Randy Orton? See, Randy Orton is this big star. The whole world knows him. And he and I'm not trying to get holier than thou. But it did say in the Bible, don't tattoo stuff on your body. It's tried and true now. Randy Orton he's a multi-millionaire. Very rich, very famous. And yet now he's got to get permission from the tattoo parlor just to put his picture on anything. How can you become one of the richest people around and somebody owns you? See, it's really something about this though that should really creep you out. Did Randy Orton not buy that tattoo? And did someone not sell him that tattoo? Just like this shirt. How can you sell something in America, but yet still own it? Only in America. So now they got this little legal battle going on just because they put Randy Orton in the video game. And they put his whole entire likeness in there. But God said that was going to happen. So you think God's playing with you. See, I'm not trying to get all holier than thou, but you got to look at it. Look how your freedom is just getting swiped away by just the domestic person here in America. Before too long, we're not going to even be able to put on a shirt and walk down the street without somebody say, that's mine, you can't do that. I didn't design like that. Just think about it. You go get yourself a button-down shirt. And you go to the park and you take your jog in the park and then you pick up your keys and play the keys and then all of a sudden somebody drive by in a limo and say, I'm going to sue you. And you look at them for what? Because you got our shirt on. And we didn't mean it for you to come run in the park and play with kids in this shirt. It's a business shirt. You gonna look at them like, fool, you shouldn't have sold me this shirt. I have the right to do with this shirt that I want to do with this shirt because you sold it to me. In America, it's starting to go away from that. Look at Apple. Look at Microsoft. They sell you stuff all the time and say it's theirs. Buy an Apple phone and buy some music and try to put on something else and watch it not work. It's getting widespread, isn't it? Friday the 13th shows all. All I have to do is show you the stuff that's right around you. Look at Ariana Grande. Oh, woo, look at how much money she gets. We call her a tripod. Tripod means you in the triple digits when it comes to millions. She got $100 million. I'm like, you got all this money. If you want it, yeah, you can buy it. So you thought you can buy all the things you want to, but like I just said, Randy Orton, but you can buy it, but do you own it? That's the point. This is where America is coming to. People don't realize America still is the Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. It ain't never changed. America ain't never changed those stripes. You're gonna see stars when you see those stripes coming. I guarantee you that. So Ariana Grande goes and sing a song. If I want it, I got it. It sounds familiar. It sounds like something we used to say when I was a kid. We used to go, but we didn't buy the big things. But we were kids. I was well off. My dad was a truck driver. My mom was a bank supervisor. I was well off. I wasn't broke, and I got my little allowance. And just like everybody else, Everybody was well off. Okay, everybody was well off. We weren't rich, but we were good. We could buy some stuff. And all the kids when I was in like elementary school was we'll go buy some candy and we'll be dancing. If I want it, I got it. I got my millions in pockets and I bought it. We used to say that all the time. See, these stars, they don't come up with anything. They just listen to what everybody else, and then they go and say it on their record, and then they say it's that. But there was somebody else in Ariana's forecast. Another guy who wrote a song, and he sang it. And then he heard Ariana sing the song. And then now he sued Ariana. I don't know the outcome, the outbreak. The Operation 19 came up, and this and all that stuff had happened, and kind of lost track of it. But this guy, I guess he bought this phrase. How could you buy a phrase that is older than you? And I guess like threatened Ariana Grande with a lawsuit. She probably paid him or something to just go away. I mean, look, you got $100 million. She didn't want to hear that anyway. She had enough money to solve her problems. Okay, this is all it is to it. But the thing is, first of all, how is the American government selling words? We're getting to the point we can't say anything. Okay? It's like, get these hands. We've been saying that since I was a kid. We would get on the basketball court, get these hands, son. Somebody goes and buy it, and no one can say it anymore. Looking at you, WWE. Okay, you didn't come up with that, but you didn't come up with balling either, and you can't see me. You didn't come up with that either. Okay, you just heard everybody else say it, and you just put it on there. That's fine, but don't go trying to sue someone else for saying it because you didn't come up with it. How do you sell words? Only in America. only in America can you sell words and then take somebody to court and make them pay you money for those words. You're selling words. And then words go into a phrase automatically. I'm just waiting for the day that somebody copyrights the. Yeah, copyright. I'm just waiting for that day. America still is the wild, wild west. The wild, wild west. It ain't gonna never change. You find a way out of something, they put you right back in it. That's just all it is to it. Freedom in the government, in the American government did. That's all it is. They just take it from somebody and give it to them. That's all they do. Let's go on. We're talking about Epic versus Apple. Oh, now you have a problem, Epic. Epic was getting charged 30% for every transaction by Apple when you use an Apple device. You got to be crazy to buy anything on an Apple device in the first place, especially if you like Twitch. They took Apple charge double if you buy anything on Twitch. Okay, I'm almost afraid to buy anything on Apple on my for my Amazon. I'm getting afraid of Apple because Apple is really. I mean, how can I buy an Apple phone and I buy some music, but I can only play it on the Apple phone. I can play it on my computer too, but I like to play it on my TV so I can hear it on my surround sound. But I got to go buy all these other special Apple products just to do that. I mean, it wasn't like that. It's like the more advanced technology. Advanced technology is only doing one thing: taking away freedom. Okay, that's all it's doing. Because I remember when you used to go buy a CD, you can play it in anything that can play a CD. I remember you buy a cassette tape. Okay, you can play anything that can play a cassette tape. You can play it in it. Now you gotta, you can only play it on our products. First of all, you sold me this. Back to Randy Orton. How could you sell somebody this? But it's something that didn't say it's still yours. Wow, America, it's crazy. That's why I say I don't have to really tell you. I don't have to go all to a creepy. I just gotta show you what's going on around you. I guarantee it's freaking you out. Okay. So Epic And Apple is, they into legal battles now because because Epic put Fortnite on an Apple product, okay, and Apple wanted 30% of the sales, and Epic figured out a way to go around this, so they would have to pay 30% of the sales, but that's how much they charge all the poor people. So now the billionaires got mad because they didn't like their own medicine, and now they want to fight back. And now all these billionaire companies are in this squabble. So so they're used to just doing it to the poor people like myself, okay, making us pay 30%. But now when it happens to them, oh, now it's a problem. Where's the American government at? America don't have a government really. It's like in trucking. They got this thing called the CSS code. They just came up with it, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It's a firm that's writing these laws. The American government isn't writing the law. The American government hired this firm to write laws. How does the American government know what's in these laws when you ain't writing them? So the American government doesn't know what's in these laws. None of them do. Because they're not law makers, they're law signers. Okay? They come in here, somebody give them a piece of paper, they get their pen out, they don't read it. They just put it down and sign it and then hand it off and keep on doing what they're doing. They just signed over America, but they don't give a damn. Okay? You see what's really going on around you? It's like child support. How could you take a child, color purple a child, take this child from one parent and give it to the other without giving the other parent a chance to parent? You see how you see what type of government you see the. I'm just showing you to see what type of government you're dealing with. People that just don't give a damn. You sit there and you go in there and the judge just don't listen to nothing. right out what the judge thinks it should be and just pass up. This is how they treat the laws. That's why Epic is into it with Apple, because the government don't even know what the heck is going on. None of them do, because none of them wrote the law. Epic wrote the laws and Apple writes the laws. Have you ever noticed you turn your Apple products on, or if you're a gamer, lots of games you turn on, they got this policy right there where it says sign over your rights, or you can't play this game. You sold me this game. In an American store that's when it got licensed to sell, they went through all the legal procedures, and all of a sudden you sell me this game, which you supposed to go through all this. The government was supposed to know what the laws are, and all of a sudden you present me with something that says sign over your rights. Do you understand what's going on in America now? Huh? How is it legal for somebody to sign over their rights? Where's the government? I told you, they don't know what they're doing. They don't even know what's going on. Most of them don't. Most of them just show up and be mad because they had to show up. They have to show up. They make everybody else's day bad, and then they make it to the point that you don't want them around, and then they leave so they don't have to come back until election day. And that's when they show up with their fake and phony smiles like they're really going to help someone. They ain't going to help anybody but themselves. Okay, you see what's going on in America now? You can't buy something without it being somebody else's. You can't say nothing without somebody owning what you just said. I still can't wrap my. I tried to wrap my brain around how can you buy words? How can you buy a phrase? Okay, that everybody else. I mean, we were saying this stuff when I was young. And this stuff right here bewilders me. I mean, how can you? And you wonder why God don't show up. Okay, see, God is rich. When does the rich come into a poor neighborhood that's all tore up? Never. I see why God won't show up. What the hell did you all just do? Don't even worry about it. I ain't coming around there. I think this is what the government like to do. They like to make things so bad that God won't show up. That's all it is, dude. He just sits there and look at them. Look, I gave you everything, and you can't do nothing right. That's all. What can I do for you to do right? You know something, don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna drop your ass in here when you get here. That's all it is, too, because I'm not gonna deal. See, God is not gonna deal with this in heaven. That's what all this is about. He's not gonna deal with this. So it's not gonna be another Satan. It's not gonna be another person that he gives everything. By the throne is all of what God rules Satan over. Other than that, Satan can do whatever Satan wanted to do. God had it all. God ain't finna deal with that again. He's not finna watch you. He's not finna watch you sell something and then try to control somebody what you sell. He's not finna sit there and let you buy up words. I still can't wrap my brain around that one. I mean, I think of Ariana Grande every day over that one thing. I can't keep off my mind because of that. I'm like, you can't say nothing. I'm just looking for the day that somebody buy you just buy you can't say I bought that. What the heck? When is there a limitation? When is America going to get a good government? Never. They color purple your kids. They keep what they sell you. And they tell you can't say nothing. It gets worse. And then they charge you 30%. They charge you twice extra of everything you purchase. I mean, that's what Twitch do. That's what YouTube do. They all of them do that. They charge 30%. On YouTube, they charge the creator the 30%. If you give a creator $5, YouTube takes $5 from you, but they charge the creator 30%. It's backwards on Twitch. Twitch charge you the 30%. The person that's trying to donate up front the 30% and just give it to the creator. Okay, everybody do that. Hospitals do that. If you're poor, you pay more at the hospital. Like, an x-ray costs like $89. If you're rich and you just walk in there, you just pay for it, it's just $39. If you got a PPO like I do, I think it's like $300 or $400 and some dollars. Okay, the PPO that your insurance will pay the $89, but the rest of you gotta pay. Okay, some of them will pay more, a little bit more. That's how it always works. And now all of a sudden, when a rich person gets upset, now everybody's got to discuss it. Where is the government? They're just law signers. They got this title called lawmaker, but they're not lawmakers. They're just law signers. This is what's going on in your own country. Watch it when you get your kids, and you're sitting in the courtroom, and the judge don't say nothing to you. You know the wickedest thing about child support? And when I was trying to get my kids back or get fair judgment, you know what they say? Don't worry about it. You can just work more. You can't see your kids because you're not making enough money to see your kids. Why do you want to see your kids? You need to be working, trying to get your money up so you can see them. The more you work, the more the government takes. They just take your kids and listen to what they say. We awarded this parent the kids. It's an award. And the other parent, they just want them to work more. That's all. That's what child support was designed for. As long as it's not happening to a rich person, it's fine. As long as it happens to the poor people where they have to work more, you know, only that happen. You only take more from the poor. You take the kids from the poor. You don't take them from the rich. Don't do us like that, or it's going to be consequences. So this is what's going on your Friday the 13th. Hope it didn't freak you out much. But that car you driving in, eventually somebody's going to say you can't drive it like that. We didn't sell it for you to drive like that. Or to drive there. That's where America is going, because America is the Wild Wild West. And that's all it's ever going to be. America is never going to change. On this Friday the 13th, it was built on skull and crossbones. And that's why it's never going to change. America has the power it has by the power of the bomb and the power of the bullet. Okay? Inch by inch, not only are us poor people are losing a lot of our rights, the rich people are too. And not only are the rich people losing our rights, the government is, because the government They don't write laws. They just sign them. They don't even look at what they're signing. Okay? They no telling what they've signed away, and they don't even know it. No telling what you're doing right now. They can land you in jail within a second. You could just be sitting at home and ain't do nothing. Yeah, but we wrote this law and the government signed it and said we can lock up every 14th person. Yeah, Randy Orton and Ariana Grande are mega millionaires, but they don't know what the government has signed. Ariana Grande can't say what she wants to say on the record, and Randy Orton, he can't take a photo without getting permission from the WWE or the person they bought, that woman he bought that doggone the tattoo from. He can't. You got to get permission and you got to pay royalties. If Ariana Grande want to say something, she got to get permission and she's got to pay royalties. They could be broke tomorrow. You said this, and I'm charging. And like I said, just like Apple changed their policy, Microsoft changed their policy, everything. The Sony. I mean, I can name the American government, even though they don't know anything. They just sign laws. They don't even read it. They don't even read anything. They just sign it. All of us can end up in jail within a second because no one really knows what's going on. Only the people that wrote it. Well, I'm going to let you leave this Friday the 13th. I was just, some informing you. It's actually a story, but I just got in. And I got to get ready to go back out. Hopefully, I'll be able to put more stories into like I want to. But I am glad you stopped by. I hope you go back and see my Halloween story about the Book of Satan. It'll twist your mind too. But until then, don't get caught broke in America.